I'm here to help you start thinking about your future and learning from career and labour market information. So what is labour market information? Labour market information can tell us where jobs are currently located, which jobs are increasing and which are declining, which skills will be needed in the future, current size of industrial sectors and changes which might be expected in the coming years, where there are shortages or oversupply of potential employees or skills, and the hours and wages that can be realistically expected. And we also find entry routes into jobs, careers and sectors within labour market information. So where can we find labour market information? Well, there's a whole host of resources out there on the web, in local newspapers, and we've got LMI Humber website, we've got a National Careers Service site, we've got Bridging the Gap Humber, the Humber Lep, the NOMIS web, which is the Office for National Statistics. We have Log On Move On. There's a whole host of resources out there. They can be found on the LMI website at www.lmihumber.co.uk. So what is our local labour market? In the Humber, there are 12 highlighted growth sectors. These sectors are key sectors to our local economy. They're ones that are key to our local economy where jobs are either increasing or there's significant investment and growth expected in those sectors in the coming year. Those 12 sectors in the Humber are business and retail, chemicals, construction, creative and digital, energy, engineering, food and agriculture, health and social care, manufacturing, ports and logistics, public sector and visitor economy. The main thing to note is that digital skills run through all of these sectors, and demand for higher level digital skills is rising in all sectors. So we want to look at the impact of COVID on the labour market. So we know that the UK is now facing a recession. Unemployment related benefits have reached 2.7 million. 9.1 million jobs have been furloughed since the beginning of the pandemic. Vacancies were down to a record low in the summer, but we are now seeing those increasing. 29% of businesses are expected to decrease the size of their workforce in the coming months. And the hardest hit groups has been young people, 16 to 24-year-olds. So it's more important than ever for you to understand the local labour market and what opportunities are out there for you. I just want to have a quick look at the skills in demand pre, during and post-COVID. So as you can see, there was that demand for managerial, higher level jobs, IT, digital skills, agri-tech, financial tech. Some of those have continued to increase in demand during the COVID pandemic, with health professionals, bioscience, digital tech, finance tech in demand. Again, you can see here that there is an emphasis on digital and tech roles. The skills that actually declined, or jobs that declined during the pandemic, were things around tourism, hospitality, aviation, hair and beauty. They're still on the decline a little bit, and some of those will start to come back once there's a bit of stability in the economy. So whilst we cannot accurately predict what will happen in the future, we can take from this information that it's going to be a challenging time in the UK labour market in the coming months and years. But it's not all doom and gloom. As we see some sectors decline, others are diversifying and flourishing. Let's take a look at the opportunities in our local labour market. So what's happening in our local labour market? We're actually seeing significant investment in the Humber, which is great news for jobs. We've got a new prison being built at Full Sutton, which is going to create 500 jobs. Yorkshire Peas have made a £20 million investment in the area, creating 20 jobs initially. Tricoya have made a £50 million investment with 30 jobs initially. We've then got the biggest investment in the area that it will be the most familiar with people, which is the Siemens investment. It's a £1.5 billion contract to build 94 new London tube trains. That's going to create 700 skilled engineering and manufacturing jobs and an additional 250 jobs in the construction phase. Work has already begun on that site, It's due to open in 2023 and it will be fully operational by 2025. Y Pellets is one of the fastest growing independent wood pellet brands nationally. They've made a 10 million investment in the area and they've created 10 direct jobs and more to follow. We have Croda. Croda are based out of Goole. They have made a £7 million investment on a new site, creating up to 200 new warehouse roles. Hughes Group, again, based out in East Riding. They've made an £11 million investment at an 11-acre site near Homanswold in Moor, creating 100 new jobs. Elite Office Furniture, they've relocated and they've created an additional 40 jobs in the area. Modular Premier, you will have heard of these in the press recently. They've got a £7.5 million contract and they are recruiting for an additional 50 jobs to the unprecedented demand due to COVID. So lots of engineering, manufacturing type jobs with Premier Modular. Beale Homes, they've got £130 million investment out in Goole to build 1,100 homes, creating 2,500 jobs over a 10-year period, which is the lifespan of the build of that development. So jobs in the construction, in the trades with wood trades, painters and decorators, and also technical roles in that as well. There are 2 proposed retail logistics facilities coming to East Yorkshire, one worth £150 million and the other a £30 million investment. One site could create between 1,300 and 1,500 direct jobs, with a further 500 jobs in the supply chain. The second site could create up to 400 jobs, and those jobs will be in the logistic and warehousing sector. Again, that sort of sector is moving over to more technical roles, so they'll be looking for people with those digital skills. Both of those sites are due to be operational by 2022. So just wanted to run through some of the other developments in the area. So we've got the ports and logistics sector with ABP. They're looking to recruit an additional 24 members of staff. Arco have got an additional 200 jobs. 400 jobs have been created on the South Bank as a manufacturer in the offshore wind supply chain selected Able Marine Energy Park as their UK base. The world's largest wind farm has started construction. That will be creating 2,000 jobs during the construction phase and an additional 130 positions during the 25 years operational phase. 220 jobs will be supported on an annual basis at SSE's Thermal Key B 2 power station. So again, a lot of more technical, higher level roles there. And more than 100 new jobs are set to be created at an offshore construction specialist SMAR. And obviously you've heard in the news recently the huge pledge from the Prime Minister for a £160 million investment, which could help to create 60,000 jobs in the Humber, Tees, Scotland and Wales to help us get to net zero carbon emissions by 2050. We've also got new business centres due to be built, and we've got the expansion of Salt End Business Park. So what are the current skills and jobs demand? Well, these are some of the sectors that I'm going to go through with you now, and some of the jobs that are in demand where we're needing employees with the right skills. So the construction sector are needing more architects, more wood trades, painters and decorators and bricklayers. The health and social care sector is needing people within the caring roles, healthcare assistants, nurses, people to work in social care and mental health. The creative and digital sector is needing more people with information, communication, digital tech skills, programmers, software engineers, and people with financial tech skills. Our ports and logistics sector is looking for delivery and LGV drivers, warehousing operatives, deckhands, marine engineers, and offshore logistics specialists. Our business and retail sector, whilst we are seeing a decline in retail, high street retail, the essential retail and food sector is increasing. We're looking for more people working in that area, as well as those with customer service skills. The food and agriculture sector is again looking for people with those agri-tech skills, agricultural general services and food production. The Humber is actually one of the food producers in the UK, so lots of opportunities in that area. And then, as we know, that the Humber is one of the leading energy areas in the UK, and they're looking for people with welding technicians, instrument technicians, low carbon industry engineers and technicians, and electrical engineers. So obviously COVID is having a significant impact on the labour market. It is a constant changing picture, and we will not see the full effects of this until at least mid-2021. But what we do know is that by 2024, we will need an additional 60,000 more workers in the region with level 4 or higher qualifications, and replacement demand, so people entering the workforce to replace those that are retiring or leaving, will be higher than the overall jobs growth. I just wanted to highlight some of our key employers in the Humber region. We do have a lot of major employers in the area with some excellent opportunities, and all within that travel to work distance. You can find more information about labour market information on the LMI Humber website. The web address is there for you to copy down. And I just want to play you a short video to highlight the creative and digital sector.
Life, freedom, adventure, sharing, enjoying the moment, seeing something and going for it, being amazed. And travelling led me to a job as a laser technician, enhancing the power in companies all over the world. Follow your dream. Life is for living. Find your new career with Log On, Move On.
I'd now like to hand you over to Sarah Blow to talk about Log On, Move On.
So thank you, Tina. So obviously now you've got an idea of what is happening in terms of the labour market in the local area. What I'm going to do is just talk you through Log On, Move On and how you can use it after the event that you've just been to. So if you'd like to the video that I'm going to show here just tells you a little bit about Log On, Move On, the functions that it has. If you'd like to play that, Tina.
Don't forget to log on, move on. The Hull, East Riding and North Yorkshire Coast Careers Gateway. Use the online prospectus to search and apply for local education, training and apprenticeship opportunities. Log your skills that employers are looking for using the Employability Skills Passport. Create a CV. Research career options. Find out about upcoming events taking place. Impartial information to help you make informed choices about your future learning and career. Find out everything you need to know about local education, training and apprenticeship opportunities. It's time to log on, move on.